Hi, welcome to valuationpodcast.com, a podcast and video series about all things related to business and valuation. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I'm a financial mediator and business valuation expert in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, I have the pleasure and privilege of speaking with Kirk Michie in San Diego, California, and he is the founder of Candor Advisors. For more than 30 years, he has worked with entrepreneurs, closely held business owners, and high net worth families to achieve their strategic planning, liquidity, investment, and legacy objectives. Today, we're going to talk about using valuation metrics to strengthen the seller negotiations in M&A or mergers and acquisitions. And I welcome you, Kirk, to the podcast.
Thanks, Melissa. I'm glad to be with you.
I mean, I think that, for the most part, you're looking at things very differently than a lot of investment bankers out there. And if they do go to your website, they're going to get the 6 secrets of a successful sale matching. So now let's say we started with the why when we were selling. You now then match the buyer with the buyer's why, which I will tell you, in the accounting world, there are several strategic partners that will match up the cultures of, so you have a selling accounting firm and they have these big 10 accounting firms, right? Every one of them has a different personality. And then they go to all these 10 and be like, oh, you would be a right fit with these 2. Let's go talk to them first.
Yep.
Is that kind of what you're looking at, or is it even bigger than that?
So yeah, first it's, does the structure or plan of the buyer match up with the seller's why? But sometimes when it comes to negotiation, understanding what the buyer's why is really, really critical. For instance, we did a deal where the buyer is a strategic backed by a private equity firm that intends to take the company to market in 2 years. And they needed to add almost precisely my client's EBITDA before they were ready to go to market. And so we knew that, as long as they didn't feel like they were overpaying by too much, we could push them a little bit on price. And we also knew that equity roll was a reasonable thing to do in this transaction because this private equity firm had a terrific, mid double-digit track record in terms of their IRR and their prior funds. And they were planning to sell the company in 2 years. So we didn't have to get everything in terms of price. We could get some of it in roll. But because we knew their plan, then my client's why, was well aligned enough with theirs that both sides got what they wanted. We also did another deal where, the public company was rolling up all of their previously independent distributors, and my client's was the largest in the United States. It was going to look really bad for them if they didn't get the biggest one they had, right? And my client had developed a separate business so that distributing these products weren't the only thing they did. So it would have been hard for my client to lose them, but they weren't going to get rid of my client. And so on that one, we stopped, to your earlier point, we stopped talking about multiple and we said, look, here's the number that my clients have to get to so that on a net after-tax basis, they have the same economics that they do by owning the business. So their plan A is not selling. Plan B is selling as long as they can get enough cash flow off of their investments on the net after-tax basis that they're indifferent, in which case you can have the business, right?
Yeah. I love it.